Hi everybody, this is a follow-up video to the Hazardous Waste store training video. And in this video, what I want to do is show you a simpler, more straightforward method for determining which hazardous waste category a product goes into. In the original hazardous waste training video, we introduced you to the Hazardous Materials Management poster, which lists the types of products and ingredients that fall into each category. It's a great reference tool. Sometimes, though, it can be very challenging to take a product, look at the poster, and know exactly what category to choose. Some products may seem to fit in multiple categories. Some products are in kits. It can be confusing. The good news is, inspectors do not expect you to be chemists. What they do expect is consistency. And that's what they'll be looking for when they come to your store. They're checking to see if you're placing products of the same type in the same bins, the correct bins, consistently. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a simpler method for making sure a product goes into the correct bin every time. Here's the first thing you'll want to do when trying to find the right bin for a product. Write the categories down in this order: e-waste, aerosol flammable, oxidizers, corrosive acid, corrosive base, and state toxic. Okay, so here's what we're going to do for each product. Instead of looking at the poster and saying, which category does this fall into, we're going to start with this list. Starting at the top, we're going to ask ourselves, is this an e-waste? Is it an aerosol flammable? And we're going to go down this list in this order until we can say yes to one of these questions. Once we get a match, once we say yes, then we stop and we don't go any further down the list. At that point, we're done and we can put the product in the bin. So for our first example, let's just start with something easy. Let's take an ordinary bottle of shampoo, and starting with the first category, you just ask yourself, is shampoo e-waste? Well, no, it's not. Is it flammable? No. Is it an oxidizer? No. Is it a corrosive acid? No. Corrosive base? No. The last category is state toxic. There are several different types of products in this category, and if you take a look at the poster, you can see that shampoos are included in the list. So in this case, since the shampoo doesn't have more dangerous properties like being flammable or corrosive, you'd put the shampoo into the state toxic bin. All right, let's do another easy product while we're warming up, and let's just do a can of hairspray. Is this e-waste? Well, no, it's not. Aerosol flammable? Well, this is an aerosol can. You can tell because of the curved bottom, and also you can tell that it's flammable because of this one has some pretty big warnings on it, and it has a flammable icon. So this goes in the flammable bin. You don't have to go any further down the list. Just put the can in the bin and you're done with that one. Now, let's look at some products that tend to cause confusion. How about a wax kit? Now this is a little trickier because there's a few different items here. What you don't want to do is take this whole kit in the box and put it in one of the bins because there's different products, so there's different categories in play. Don't worry, it's the exact same process. You start with a list and you ask yourself, would any of these products be classified as e-waste? Well, in a wax kit, if the kit had an electronic warmer for the wax, then yes, you would put that in the e-waste bin. This one doesn't, so we can go to the next category. Next up is flammable. In this case, we have a pre-wax cleanser and the wax-off wax remover for the skin that are both flammable, so they go into the aerosol flammable category. That leaves the cream wax, slow grow hair minimizer lotion, and post-wax concealer skin foundation. These are not oxidizers, corrosive acids, or bases, but they do fall into the state toxic category. So you'd put those into the state toxic bin. Okay, next let's try a nail kit. This is a Gelish Mini Complete Starter Kit, and there's quite a few products here. Several of these were packed in a separate box inside. So again, with the list, starting at the top, is any part of this kit e-waste? Well, yeah, the curing light. So this goes into the e-waste bin. How about flammable? We actually have a few things that are flammable here. We've got the remover, the nail surface cleanse, and the pH bond, as well as these two shades of mini gel polish. So what you do is separate these out and put them in the flammable bin. The rest of the kit doesn't fit into any of these next three categories, but by looking at the poster, I can determine that these do go into state toxic. Let's try one more kit that tends to cause confusion. This is an ASP acrylic sculpture kit. Looking at this, you can see there's no e-waste products in this kit, so you can move directly onto the flammable category. The bonding acrylic liquid, the nail glue, and the primer pin are all flammable, so you'd separate those out and put them in the flammable bin. The remaining 3 bonding acrylic powders are oxidizers, so these would go in the oxidizer bin. Remember, through this whole process, one of the most important things to keep in mind is that it's crucial to be consistent in how you categorize the same product. In other words, you wouldn't want to have one person in a store putting this entire kit in a bin when somebody else is breaking it out and putting it in the correct place. Inspectors look for this consistency. You will have one extra bin. If you're like most stores, your highest volume category is state toxic, so you can use that extra bin as a second bin for that category. Be sure to label it appropriately. If a different category has a higher volume for your store, then you can use the extra bin for that category. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Once you start using this category list method, you should find it much quicker and simpler to put products in the right bin. If you still run into a product that you're not sure about, reach out to the maintenance department in the support center at 800-777-5706, extension 4005.